gente, no esperar porque empiece este panel. ¿Quiere que venga Henry? Ahora mismo. Yo también. ¿Son fanáticos de The Witcher? Estamos a muy poquitos días de que se estrene la serie, se estrena el 20 de diciembre. Así que ya estamos a falta tan poco para la premier, que somos realmente los afortunados de tener este increíble panel de la gente de Netflix a poquísimos días del estreno. ¿Sí? Así que vamos a agradecerle muchísimo a la gente de Netflix y a la gente de Argentina ComicCon, por supuesto, por traernos a este nivel de estrellas. Yo les cuento que Henry no ha venido solo, ¿sí? Él ha venido acompañado por Lauren Smith Hishwick. Ella es la creadora de esta serie, es quien le dio vida a todo esto, ¿sí? Así que estamos a minutos de comenzar. Cuéntenme, quiero preguntarle un poquito a las personas que están en la valla, ¿cómo conocer a Henry? ¿Quién se sacó foto con Henry por ahí? ¿Ustedes? ¿Sí? Qué genial. ¿Pueden sacar foto con Henry? ¿Sí? ¿Ustedes también? ¿Ustedes también? ¿Tenemos cosplayers de The Witcher hoy en la sala, por ejemplo? ¿Sí? ¿Allá atrás? Muy bien. Genios, genios. Bueno, ahora sí, sin más preámbulos, me presento, porque yo no dije quién soy Andrew B, voy a ser el host de este panel, voy a canalizar toda su energía para que esto salga increíblemente bien. Y ahora sí, sin más preámbulos, vamos a recibirla a ella. Yo ahora paso al inglés para poder ver traducción simultánea por acá por las pantallas. Sin más preámbulos, la presentamos a ella. Ella es Executive Producer and Showrunner for The Witcher. Give it up for Lauren Smith. Welcome. Please take a seat over there. How are you doing over there?
I'm so excited.
Oh my God. So excited. I'm going to introduce a friend here, so you can sit down, make yourself comfortable. Y ahora sí, sin más preámbulos, vamos a presentarlo a él. He's the one who himself playing Get Up Ophelia. Give it up for Henry Cavill! Hey guys, how are you feeling?
Very well, thanks.
Are you good?
Hello, everybody.
This is the first time in Argentina?
Yeah, this is my very first time and it's been amazing.
And how come you're your first time here?
I am absolutely loving it. You guys are fantastic.
Okay, so we have amazing fans that are waiting for you. Witcher fans, we just can't wait for the show to premiere. We're a couple of days from the premiere. Are you guys feeling anxious?
Actually more excited than anxious. We cannot wait to show the world what we've done, and we hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're gonna release the official trailer from the show. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna start talking about this wonderful show. Okay? ¿Podemos ver el señora directora?
I've heard tales of your kind, Witcher. You're a mutant, created by magic, roaming the continent.
We don't want your kind here.
Hunting monsters for a price. I thought you'd have fans or horns or something.
I had them filed down.
People call you a monster too. Why not kill them?
Because they're not destiny.
All of our choices draw our destinies closer.
If he's out there, they're still
Just find out from him. emotion? What do you want?
That's all I say. Princess Gorilla is your destiny. I'll protect us. If you dismiss it, you will unleash true calamity upon us all. Don't take that chance.
Wow, give it up for the witch, everyone! So we're going to be showing some exclusive unseen footage today. So we're going to ask the people in the audience to keep it a little bit hush-hush, try not to take pictures or make videos because this is exclusive for you, alright? We want to make it a surprise for everyone else outside this room, okay? I don't know if that would be possible, but we'll try, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the show. Lauren, how did you start everything? How did you kickstart this project?
There's a lot of source material here based on very popular books. I read The Last Wish, the first series of short stories, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I knew at that point that I wanted to tell Geralt's adventures. And that's when I started the series. And really, working with Henry has been such a dream because we've been able to bring all of those stories to life in such an incredible way. It's a big adventure.
That's amazing. And how was the writing process? Because usually when you adapt a book, like an author, you can dedicate an entire paragraph to saying like what a character is feeling or how a certain place looks like. But for you, that doesn't work. You need to find other resources. So how was that for you?
We only have 8 hours to tell the story, so not everything from the books can go in. But to me, the series is really about the heart and soul of the books. It's about Geralt, it's about Yennefer, and it's about Ciri. So as long as we can really track their journeys and make sure that we're getting their relationships with each other, I think we've done a good job.
That's amazing. And Henry, what was it about Geralt that attracted you to taking the role?
I think
Mierda, no dijo nada, ¿eh?
slightly concerned about. I think the character he's not necessarily your classic hero. His nature is very different from what he puts forward and what he presents the world with. His nature is to do good, to protect the innocent, to be the hero. But the world has taught him everything is different from that, and that being a hero is often a waste of time. So he presents that to the world, but at the same time, he's like the hero in the least convenient circumstances for him.
How did you prepare for the role as an actor?
To be honest, all the preparation was hello. All the preparation was done for me. I've been reading the fantasy genre since I've been reading the fantasy genre since I was a boy, and my father's been was read to me fantasy genre before I could read. And I played the games, I read the books. I've been living in the fantasy genre since I was this big. So all the preparation was done for me very, very early on.
That's amazing. I was going to ask you about that. Were you fans of books before, or did you start reading books after you joined the shop?
I didn't realize there were books initially. I thought that I played the PC games. I've been a PC gamer most of my life as well. And then after meeting Lauren said these are all basic books of books. I had assumed it was the other way around because I saw all the game art on the books and I thought they were short stories based upon the game. I was very, very wrong. The books are absolutely amazing. For anyone who hasn't read the books and only played the game, definitely read the books. They are incredible.
Lean los libros, chicos.
So also quite cool.
And what was it about Henry that made you say, okay, this guy, he's my hero?
Have you seen his arms?
Te hizo pensar que Henry Cavill era el muchacho necesario. Y ella responde, ¿ya le vieron los brazos?
Henry has such passion, and he has embodied this role so fully from the beginning. To the point that I'm so used to seeing him in the white wig and the yellow eyes that it's odd sometimes to see him as Henry Cavill. But no, what you look for when casting is someone who gets the spirit of the character. And Henry had this innate ability to come in, to really understand who Geralt was, the conflict inside him, but also to understand what Geralt doesn't show, and what he doesn't give away, what he holds back. And he got the humor, which a lot of people don't understand. And it really has been, I mean, it's been a dream. This collaboration has been really fun.
That's amazing. And Henry, okay, so from what I can tell, a Witcher is a monster hunter, correct me if I'm wrong, that has superhuman abilities. What else can you tell us about a Witcher?
The most important thing about a Witcher is not the fact that they hunt monsters, not the fact that they have superhuman abilities. It's that, save your voice. Is that they have no political affiliation. They tend to stay out of politics. And so they are not only feared because of their powers and how they look, but because they can't be controlled, right?
And what's Geralt's secret ability?
I'm not too sure if he has a secret ability as such, but the thing which people least suspect about him would be his capacity to love. And that is what makes him so very different from everyone else. It's his greatest weakness and his greatest strength.
And in the world of The Witcher, which is a pretty tough world, Geralt is always caught in situations where he has to decide between the lesser of two evils. Does he always make the right choice?
Unfortunately, he hardly ever makes the right choice. He puts in a lot of hot water. He definitely tries. He tries his absolute best. And one thing you'll learn about one of the themes is that no matter which choice you make, you will end up in the wrong and in pain.
And Lauren, speaking about the world of Witcher, what can you tell us about the continent and the political ideas and all the characters?
That's a big question.
That's a big one, I know.
No, I mean, the important thing there is that the continent is a big place. It doesn't exist in our world, it doesn't exist in our time. This is where we really get to play into fantasy. So it's a big world. There are people from everywhere across it. You know, what I would say is that at the end of the day, we want people to come home after work and turn on The Witcher, or turn it on at midnight and watch all 8 hours, that's fine too, and relax and enjoy it. It's entertainment. The great thing about these books is that there's always a political undercurrent. So fantasy should reflect our real world. It's not escapism. It's just looking at our real world in a different way. So when you show up, you can expect to reflect back on, racism, on xenophobia, on being a woman in this world, what that means, on being a mutant in this world, because that's a similar problem. All of these things will be in the show. We're not going to bash you about the head with them, but if you lead with a little more empathy for people who aren't exactly like you, then we think it's a huge win.
That's great. And how do you feel when you first saw the final kind of show and saw the world coming to life?
I mean, it's hard not to get tearful even just sitting and watching the trailer again. This is the culmination of, I've been working on this show for almost 2.5 years. So to see it come to life, I mean, I walked outside the hotel yesterday and took a picture in front of a poster. I'm that excited for the world to see this. I also think when you watch the show, you see all of the passion of the people who worked on it. I get to sit here, Henry gets to sit here, but this show is made by hundreds of people. And you see the passion. They love this world as much as we do. And when you watch the show, you can see that love. These people have dedicated long hours away from their families to make this show. And I think you see that passion.
Wow, that's amazing. And I've heard that the author of the book came to visit the set. How was it when he first saw you in like full get up costume? What did he say?
That day I was just falling through a 12-foot hole on a wire, so all he said was, "I didn't like that." And it was lovely to meet him, but we didn't have a chance to have a long conversation. It was a big stunt day for me, so I had to stay focused.
Wow, that's amazing. And what did he say to you when you first saw like his world coming into life?
He also got tears in his eyes, which was incredible. Anyone who knows Andrew Sapkowski, crying is not something that I thought would happen. You know, I think that he and I met in Poland a couple of years ago when I was first brought onto this project, and I pitched him the vision of the show and how I imagined it looking. And I think when he got to set and saw that we had brought it to fruition, and he saw the sets, he saw Henry as Geralt, I think he felt like we had done his world good. Funny enough though, he's actually not seen any of the episodes. He wants to watch them with the world. That was his choice. He told me he wants to taste the soup when it's finished. So I'm really excited to see what he thinks.
That's amazing. Just a few days from the show to premiere. So his wait is not going to be as long now. Lauren, you worked on The Defenders, Daredevil, The Umbrella Academy. What was it about The Witcher that presented you with a challenge specifically?
So many challenges. I love adapting material. I love taking a material that another author has written and trying to honor it. For me in The Witcher is that you have this really grounded story of a family coming together. All these orphans on the margins of society feeling like they don't belong, they don't want anyone, they don't need anyone. In fact, what we learned is they do need each other very much, so they're kind of destined to be together. That's what attracted me to the story. And then I got to write monsters and magic and battles and war and sex and all of it. It's like a playground.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Let's just pretend I thought that out.
Okay, let's just forget this. Yeah. Okay, so changing subject. Going back to Girl. This guy, I mean, like you said, he's a warrior, so he's got a very tough exterior. But again, he's always helping others. He's a considerate kind of guy. How was it for you to have to switch between these two sides of the character as an actor? How did you prepare for it?
For me personally, the two sides of the character exist at the same time, all the time. And that was very, very important for me, that there wasn't just the emotional acting piece of it, and then the character had to exist within the action. And that's part of the reason why I insisted on doing all of my own stunts, because if I had a scene where I had to cry, for example, and I was having a bad day and I couldn't cry, I'm not going to bring another actor in to cry for me. And so when it comes to the stunts, when it comes to the action, that's all performance for me as well. That's all character performance. And so for me to bring another performer in to do that piece for me feels like as much of a betrayal of performance as anything else.
That's great. And Lauren, you said a couple of weeks ago that the show was made by so many people. What else can you tell us about the amazing cast and crew? Do you know how many people actually work on the show?
I mean, on any given day, we carry about 200 people on our crew, and that does not include all of the artisans who are creating the work that even before you get to set. I mean, this is Andrew Laws, who's our production designer, to me always deserves the biggest shout out. He's the one, when you see the show, he's the one that crafted this world. It's his vision. Again, we go back to the books a lot, but then we have to sort of take the world and grow it out. And then our amazing cast. Our casting director, Sophie Holland, when we first sat down to work together, you know, we talked a lot about what the world of The Witcher should look like, what it should feel like, and it presented a big challenge for her because we went on a worldwide search for these roles. And between Henry and Anna and Freya, I mean, we have such an amazing cast.
That's great. And also speaking of them, I was gonna ask Henry that. Okay, so Witcher usually they don't care about myth and destiny so much. You know, they're more warriors. But yet, Geralt, like you said, he gets entangled in situations where he's helping others. and he's got this relationship with Siri and Jennifer. What can you tell us about this relationship between these three characters?
Well, in the first season, the relationship, they run in three parallel lines, and they don't necessarily directly interact. Geralt and Yennefer ultimately will interact, and that is very tumultuous. They are a couple who hate to love each other, but love to hate each other as well. It's a very strange relationship, but they see in each other an equal. And that's very exciting for them because they've never come across that in all the years they've been around.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, and we're going to present right now an exclusive scene from The Witcher, never seen before. Vamos a ver un clip exclusivo de The Witcher, así que adelante, señora directora, cuando usted quiera. Wow. We spoke already about getting ready for the role and fight scenes. How was it for you to prepare for all this action, for all these fight sequences?
I've done a few movies where I've used swords before, swords being a big one, and I retained some of that training, and so initially when I came in, I worked with Vladimir Furdik and his team, and they warmed me up to footwork again and swordplay, and then a lot of instinct took over, and I really got the opportunity to just let loose and let my body do the talking, basically, do the acting with my physicality. And in particular, I had a wonderful opportunity in episode 1. There's a fight at the end of episode 1, which was choreographed by Wolfgang Stegemann, his team, and myself. And we had such a wonderful time designing that fight because we got to put so much in the way of story and character, and as I was saying earlier, allowing the character to exist within the action. And it also got to push me towards the end of my technical level and made me better, made me a better fighter in the process. And so, especially at the end of episode 1, a lot of preparation went into that.
Wow, that's amazing. How long does it usually take to learn the choreography? I bet you get hurt on the way, right?
We were quite tight on time with my schedule, and so I would often learn for most of the fights, for every fight except episode 1, I was learning the choreography on the same day before shooting.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay,
well,
so,
it was something.
I want to get some time to ask you about a very special character, which is Roach. Do you get along with horses? How was that?
I love horses. I'm a huge fan of horses, and especially Roach. When it came to pre-production, I got in fairly late. It was about a month and a half before we started shooting. but I was working with Laszlo Juhas, who's the horse master in Hungary. Fantastic horse master, fantastic horses. And I was riding twice a day, as well as doing sword work and going to the gym, just to make sure my level was high enough. So when it came to performing with Roach, it was always going to be like we had a long relationship.
That's awesome. That's good. And Lauren, what are you most excited about bringing the show to the fans?
Them finally being able to see it, I guess. No, I mean, really, it is, I'm excited that we're at a place in television where fantasy is for everyone. Fantasy is not just for so-called nerds and geeks. It is, the idea of fantasy now is that you can find yourself in it. And I relate to these characters. You know, Henry relates to these characters. You guys can relate to these characters. To me, it's just about a worldwide audience seeing that this is a story that they're in as well.
And you mentioned before that in this world it was very hard being a woman. What can you tell us about Siri and Jennifer from a woman's perspective?
You know, what's so interesting about Siri and Jennifer is that they're both kick-ass women who, in the books, in the source material, are incredibly strong and independent and powerful. To me, though, it could be a really one-dimensional representation because that power has to come from something. Strength has to come out of their core, get to their background, get to their history, to find out for both of them where they came from, their families, what they were trying to escape, what they were trying to run toward. To me, that's how you make women as three-dimensional as men. It's not a hard equation. And so I wanted to make sure that Jennifer and Siri got the same representation that Geralt gets on the show. And it's why I'm big on all three characters coming together.
That's great. I have one final question for you two guys. If there was one thing that you'd like your fans to take away from the show, what would it be? Who want to go first? It's a tough one. I know. It's just before the end because.
Oh, yeah.
You want one thing?
One thing.
They have some ideas.
A lot of the show's themes are all about how you treat people. And it's very, very important to take the bad examples, which are shown in the show, and try not to repeat them. It's really, really important. That's why these kind of themes exist in genres which we can have escapism with, but reflections of our own world. So definitely take away the idea that you can treat people fantastically, and that is your choice.
I mean,
How to talk with fans, it's very difficult.
I would have given a similar answer, but probably not as eloquent. No, I mean, it really is about empathy. It's when you're telling stories of people who are on the outside, it allows you to look and think about what it might be like to walk in their shoes. And, you know, again, as I said, The Witcher is a television show. It's got a lot of fun stuff, but at the end of the day, if you can watch it and step back and think what it might be like to be in someone's shoes and perhaps gain a little bit of empathy and kindness, I mean, that's what we want. That's really what the core of The Witcher is about. I mean, listen, Henry plays The Witcher. Henry plays a character. You guys love Henry, right? So he plays a character that is hated in this world, that is constantly told that he is not good enough, that he is not human enough, that he doesn't have enough heart. So if we can show what it's like for someone walking in those shoes, and we can still root for him, even though he's not perfect, Geralt, I mean, then, you know, that's a great thing for us.
Oh, that's great. Okay, it's been a pleasure having you here. We can't wait for the show to continue, so the secretary will be waiting. We're going to take a little picture with the audience, okay? We're going to take 2 pictures. And it's been amazing having you here. You are welcome anytime you want. And we'll be waiting for December 20th, okay? Thank you so much. Qué muy chévere. Vamos a tomarnos una fotito, tenemos a los fotógrafos acá. Ahí está, una foto conmigo y una sin mí. Pónganse lindos, pueden acomodarse un poco. Después buscan las fotos en las redes sociales de Argentina ComicCon.
Chicos, después voy a subtitular. Estoy leyendo todos los comentarios que ponen, ¿sí? Así que tranca con eso. No, yo no leía subtítulos, entendí todo y estoy grabando una audio aparte.
Argentina ComicCon, no se olviden, 20 de diciembre, gran estreno de The Witcher. Nos despedimos con un gran aplauso, le decimos adiós. Thank you guys so much, it's been great, great, great. Un aplauso grande, le decimos adiós. Y ustedes no se vayan porque vamos a mostrarles en exclusiva el season de Netflix. Todas las sorpresas que tienen para nosotros en el próximo año. No se lo pueden perder. Los dejo con este tape. Me despido, mi nombre es Andrés Rey. Y no se olviden que en un ratito también tenemos el panel de Sabrina. Así que no se vayan. Hasta pronto. Nos vemos. Adiós.